What is the best and worst thing about being a woman? Free drinks, free everything.
I mean, it is great, but
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, we can hit my shit, but I'm on my. Another one.
another one.
Welcome to TDG. I'm Sean, and tonight I have with me my guest, INDRE IGNITE.
Hi, guys.
She wouldn't leave. She
I
wanted.
wanted to do another one.
Another one.
There you go. She had so much fun from the first one. We're doing another one.
Another one.
Why not?
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna review another video that I've got for her. She doesn't know what it's about for the most part. I'll get a little bit of information, but other than that, she doesn't know what it's
Barely.
about. Yeah, barely. I'd keep you guessing. So, before I do is in any way furthered, we're gonna jump into it.
What would you think would be the best and worst thing about being a woman?
The best thing about being a woman is
Let me ask you first. What is the best and worst thing about being a woman? Free drinks, free everything.
I mean, it is great, but I enjoy dressing up and, like the womanly stuff.
Okay, the womanly stuff.
Yeah, the womanly stuff. I enjoy it. Decorations, puppies.
Okay.
I
think
love
with-
life as a woman.
Within a dating way, though.
Oh,
Like,
dating way.
relationships.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought like general.
That too, but
Good. Okay, no, I guess best part of a moment, I like being spoiled. And yeah. And as a woman, you're definitely going to get spoiled.
That's for damn sure. So, quick story. When I was doing her floors for her, because I also do, contract stuff on the side.
Hey.
We went to, was it Lowe's that one time?
Yeah.
And we were getting quarter round. Quarter round, for people who don't know, it's the little thing at the bottom of your floors that goes to the wall. It's a quarter round, basically.
I learned that too.
And so it was probably like, I don't know, 8 to 10 long pieces of quarter round. They're probably like 10, 12 feet long, something like that. And they're going all over the place. They're flopping up and down. I'm like, we gotta get these tied up. So we were already outside, and I was like, let me go inside and see if I can find something to tie these up. Indra was dressed basically how she's dressed now. And and there's these two guys walking in. And I know they saw me with her. But I walked inside, and I came back out. They were like, yeah, you need to get that tied up.
But no, you were like walking.
Was I walking
and then,
in?
yeah, you were already walking in, and then you noticed that I already got help, so you turned around.
True, yeah. So I walked away. They walked up. And then,
Like, let me help you go. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Happens all the time.
yeah. And then apparently they went inside, and this guy, he either stole it or he bought it. I'm gonna show what he got. 1 second. I actually have it over here. So it's this. It's basically saran wrap, and uses to wrap things up. We put like a lot of boxes. They wrap it up, and it doesn't move. So either he stole this, or I bought this one though. But either he stole it or he bought it.
No, they were working there, weren't they?
No,
They were not. Oh,
They
oops.
were
I
there to
thought
buy
they were
stuff.
workers.
No. Mm-mm. But that's just one of the advantages. Like when you're an attractive
is.
female,
It is.
guys will go out of the way to do anything for you. Now, does it happen to guys? Slim to none. For
No.
me, never. I'm just waiting my day for that to
But
happen.
I feel like that, and that's another topic. But once you're in a relationship, then like I don't mind doing stuff for guys at all.
Can you clone yourself?
Sure.
Because I can't find anyone to do anything for me. I do everything myself.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because your gender is terrible.
What? I think you're just looking in the wrong places.
Maybe.
Maybe, not maybe for sure.
Oh, but did you say what was bad for females?
Oh, bad for females? I mean, you can get sexually stared down while you're in sweatpants
How you doing?
at a gas station, and you're like still like sleepy or tired, and you got off work and you're sweaty after the gym or something like that, and you're
Guys
still
don't
getting,
care.
and it's nasty. It's too much sometimes. It's like, what the chill out. And then when it's dark at night, you're scared. It's scary.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, you guys can't do things that we can do as far as like feel safe at night by yourselves, walking somewhere.
Right. But even like going on first dates, like I don't trust anybody. Like, I wouldn't invite them to my house, you know?
Would you go to their house?
No.
No?
No.
No,
Not probably to, like, the third or fourth date until I actually, like, have a feel on you. Because I don't know.
You guys heard it. Third or fourth date and you're in there.
Yeah, I don't want to get... No, just to hang out. Netflix and chill. It's like...
Oh, see? You're in there. Third or fourth date.
Can a girl joke?
I know. Just mess with you. Okay. So, yeah.
Is you have tits, and you actually have like a lot more opportunity. So
That is a positive. If
I mean, tits are sometimes
Awesome.
annoying. No, because you think that it is awesome.
I feel like they are.
They are, like 80% of the time, but like 20% they're annoying. Like, say, for example, on the treadmill you're running. That hurts. That's not what you want to, like, enjoy. Like, okay, whatever.
Keep going. The people want to know.
No, I mean, I'm just saying it's not as rainbows and butterflies as you think it is.
All right.
Buying bras for big boobs, it's hard. And it's...
Ooh. How's it any harder than just shopping for regular clothes?
Oh my god.
Maybe another day. I don't care.
You need to be taught a lot about women, huh?
I think I'm not the only guy, though. I think a lot of guys don't know, like, the intricacies and the planning and all the stuff that you guys go through to buy clothing and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, bras, it's very important. Like, you can't wear a black bra if you're wearing a white shirt, right?
Why not?
Because it's going to be see-through. You're going to see a black bra.
You do know a lot of... Nah, that's a little bit racist, but that's a stereotype, though. But a lot of Latina women, at least in the movies, that's kind of like their...
Right, but like, not everybody wants to have their bra shown, especially when you go to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, work's different.
I'm just saying, like, it's coordination. It's like goes and you can't wear lacy bras when you're working out.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have a sports bra. You know what I mean? It's just, you don't understand.
There is one other thing I don't understand. So I was reading a story that there is an actor, I forget her name, but she played in Juno. She was the main character in Juno.
Uh-huh.
The girl who...
yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know her name.
Yeah, I forget her name, but she recently, I guess she transitioned, or I'm not really sure what she's calling it. But
she's a man now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And she had her breast removed, and she basically looks like a dude. She's got like a six-pack, too. I'm a little jealous.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look it up. I didn't know that happened.
Mm-hmm. But my question is, that I was thinking about when I was reading this story is, what is the problem with women's nipples? Not saying there's a problem with them, but what's the problem with a woman's nipple when they're on a woman, but when they transition to a man, there's no problem seeing them out in the open? But at the same time, when women go to the beach and stuff like that, they'll have side boob showing, even under boob showing, and cleavage showing.
I totally agree.
Yeah, so
I mean, I totally agree because it goes same thing like breastfeeding when you're out, you know, popping out a nipple and breastfeeding. Like, it's normal, and a nipple is nothing compared to a man's nipple. You know, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, that's what society has taught us. So, like, you know, and
Right.
I'm wearing a white shirt. I'm definitely not wearing a black bra. That's all I was saying. But I'm saying I totally agree because I'm more and more getting comfortable with my body, and now I'm more like, I don't care.
Who wants to see it?
I'm not showing my nipple, but like if I'm going to the gym in a sports bra, I'm more comfortable. Whereas before, I feel like I would have gotten judged, like, oh, she's going on a sports bra, that type of thing.
Isn't that what you're wearing now?
It's not a sports bra. It's a sweater.
You guys have
Half
some
a
different
sweater, crop top
names.
sweater.
Okay.
Sports bra is just a bra that you wear to go do sports in.
Okay.
Like, break it down. Damn.
You put it so succinctly. It is a bra you do sports in. Sports bra. Bra sports.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
What'd I do without you?
like, if there's like opportunity for like using your body and stuff like that, you know, like guys don't have that opportunity. Like girls don't like seeing your dick. Guys like seeing your tits. So
What is this?
I think that's a bonus. Worst thing about being a woman is they're not funny at all.
Is he in bacon?
I think their jokes are shit.
that's
If
right.
they think that they're funny, they're probably like a 5 out of 10 funny. Funny to their friends.
Girls are powerful, girls are strong. Girl boss, you can do whatever you want. Be a strong woman.
Okay. Are beautiful women more privileged or disadvantaged by their looks?
Both.
Okay, well, they're definitely both, but
So thank you for asking that.
well, let me ask you this. I mean, there's definitely disadvantages, but I mean, if the privileges didn't outweigh the disadvantages, would any woman ever bother getting plastic surgery?
Well, see, that's the thing. I had a reduction of my breasts. They're still large, and I still get too much attention, and that's why I got rid of them. But being attractive, you still always get attention from men, and I don't know how to say you don't want it because you don't want it, but then you do want it, right?
Right. Well, let me ask this. Would you be willing to give up the occasional unwanted attention, catcalling, harassment, if it meant you never got any attention whatsoever or special treatment from men?
Exactly.
Answer.
Answer.
Yeah.
Well, so
To the mic.
I want to just say that I want to be beautiful for myself, and the reason why I get dressed, is for myself. Yes, it might get attention.
Typical woman answer. She won't answer the question.
It might get attention from men while I get dressed up, but that just comes up with being privileged of having a nice look.
But you're not answering the question, though.
What's the question again? Like I thought I answered it. What?
Would you give up?
Would I give up?
Yeah. Would you give up like being catcalled / having things done for you because of your beauty to not have that anymore?
No, because again, that's what I was saying. Again, I feel like my looks are for me. Like, yes, it's awesome that men, but I'm happy by myself. I don't really need a man, but I want to still be beautiful.
Okay.
So I don't want to give that up because it's for me.
So you're okay with what comes with it?
Yeah, because because that's only I'm not gonna let other men affect my. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna reduce my boobs because other men feel uncomfortable and want to say something about them, or whatever. You know what I mean? No. I'll take it because that's your insecurity because you can't keep your dick in your pants.
How is that insecurity?
I'm just saying, that's not insecurity, but you can't even self-control. Come on, you have no self-control.
We want to let you guys know that you guys look nice.
But not every 20 minutes. It's annoying.
But if you
and
forgot,
every single woman.
But we need to let you guys know.
Okay, let us know.
I'm just messing with you.
Again. You guys are weird.
That's the whole key because exactly. I hate the attention, but then when I feel unattractive.
One more quick pause. Have you ever heard that attention is women's currency?
I've never heard of it, no.
No? Because it seems like, I'm not saying you, but a lot of women, they do things for attention, which is basically kind of what they thrive off of. Like if they're not getting attention, then what they're doing, at least in their head, they're not doing it right or doing the right thing.
I mean, I can see that happen, especially in today's society, with, Instagram and stuff like that, for sure.
Right.
Not for me, and, everybody's different, but I think, life experiences taught me not to live for somebody else, So I'm I don't really care.
Okay. All right, guys. So when you add her on her Instagram, she's gonna keep it real with you. You know, she's a real one.
Yeah.
She isn't just looking for the likes.
No.
And just try to keep the creeps at bay.
Yeah. Don't be creepy. I'll delete you.
Yeah.
And I don't get the attention. It's I don't love that either.
So wouldn't that be like saying I want to be a celebrity, but I never want to deal with paparazzi?
Exactly.
Well, I'm just saying, isn't that like saying I want all the privileges without any of the accountability that comes with it?
Exactly.
Well, isn't that having your cake and eating it too?
Yep.
But that's what I was saying. It's I'll take it. But you can't have both of best worlds. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just can't. You gotta pick a side.
Yeah, because I understand there's people who are less attractive, who never get that kind of attention in their lives, and they would gladly, most likely, change positions with you, So you're best off just being happy with what you got.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And this is why, if you keep playing, I feel like she's gonna answer my question. But this is what you call privilege.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but is that fair?
No, and that's what I hate about all of it because that's what's so hard about raising a child too, where I'm it's not about looks and...
If there was one thing you wish men understood better about women, what would it be?
He comes back. He bounces back.
I
I would say the fact that there really is an orgasm gap, and men need to understand that and realize that when you have sex, guys are probably going to get off, but girls, it's a lot harder for us to do that. So they need to understand that and own that.
Why do women expect men to be good in bed if getting laid is such a hard thing for men to acquire?
Because pussy rules the world.
Why do women often talk about how they secretly run the world, but then also complain about how they're so oppressed?
Yeah, that I don't get, because I don't think women secretly run the world. I think we're girl bosses when we want to be, of course. But no, we don't run the world.
Some women complain about the fact that we live in a man's world, because how hard it is to live in a man's world, because we try to. They don't give us enough credit. They don't give us enough credit. That's true. I agree. They don't give us enough credit.
How much is enough credit? Like, what do you want men to do that they're not doing already?
I feel like.
You answer that.
She doesn't even know. Yeah. That's another thing women do. They just talk without even thinking of
what they're saying.
Exactly. You know,
the actual words, what the mean.
Yeah, where they want to go.
Is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like, just if you know where you're gonna go, don't say anything. It's so simple. But you know.
I agree.
Ask the question again.
You mentioned that men don't give women enough credit, so I'm asking, like, what specifically are you not getting from men that you want, like, as far as credit? Like, what do you want?
As far as, you know, men hold us a title to things. Like, we only supposed to, you know, be at home and do only cooking and cleaning and stuff like that. And it's actually women that can go out here and do the same thing that men do, you know. So I just feel like they hold us a title. Our title is so low. But without us, they wouldn't know what to do. They would not know what to do. And I feel like...
Know what to do as far as what?
Like how, like how us women can
I see what
take
she means.
Different things and put it together.
Like, I see where she's going. Like, you guys don't give enough... Like what we were saying earlier in the first video, right? Like, without us, like, there wasn't really any, like, population. That's what she's saying. You guys don't give us enough credit. Like, you wouldn't be alive.
Okay, but like he said, like, so how much credit do you guys want? How do you guys want us to show that we appreciate you and, you know...
By giving us equality, that's all. Like, if we have equal pay and just being equal to you guys, then we're just happy. We're going to be happy women.
Okay, so the pay gap is actually not true.
Okay, so you're... Okay.
That's been disproven.
By who? But I'm saying, so, like, how do you prove something when you're actually, like, mid something, right? So, like, when I was working at a, I don't want to say the name, but when I was working at my last job, I felt like it was a lot of times, because there was a population of men mostly working. And it's like the pay, it's not necessarily pay gap, but just working your way up is a little bit harder than working your way up as a man.
It is.
That's so, like, physically, yeah, you on paper, you might not be able to prove it, but it is. And that's what exactly credit equality.
There's factors that go into that as far as the pay gap that you think that it exists.
Not pay gap.
Like equal pay you're talking about?
Yes, but for
or
you to
opportunities?
get there, yes, for you to get there, if like a man is in charge and like in positions there, like somebody is applying, and if it's a man versus a woman, most likely it's going to be the man.
Right.
Especially in the corporate world, when you find that buddy system between a male coworker and a male coworker, that's what I'm talking about. Not necessarily pay gap, because like VPs are getting paid the same as, you know, male VPs, female VPs. That's not what I'm saying. But to get to that point probably will take me double the time that as a male.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, there's equal opportunity, but it's because there's equal opportunity, it doesn't mean that there's going to be equal results. So even though if me and you started at the same position, at the same job, depending on how you perform, they're more or less going to reward you on how you perform. Now, if you're calling out here and there, if you have to stay home because of women issues, and I'm there every day, they're going to look at me as the more solid choice.
See, exactly. And that's sexist.
It's not really, I mean...
Because I can't help that I have menstrual cramps, and I I physically can go to work, but there's women that physically can't.
Right.
So they have to call out.
Right.
You, on the other hand, will never get your period, so you will never have to call out.
Never?
So now you're telling me, that's what I was saying. It goes back into like a man's head. They're already assuming, you know what I mean? It's always already like it's just how they were raised as, you know, as kids. That's in your head, because now you're exactly what you said. She's going to call up 2 days, and the male manager is like, okay, well, I'm going to promote you because she constantly calls out. And why is she calling out? Because those problems are never going to occur to you.
Right. So I'd say
it's sexist all the time in your head. You don't even know it.
Well, I mean, there's factors that go to it. It isn't 100% sexist, because, I mean, I could play the race card. I could say, well, I'm a black person, and they're going to think of me as less as a person, you know?
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
But in that instance, like, I already know, I was taught a long time ago by my dad and my parents, that you have to work doubly, if not triply, as hard to get the same recognition, or even more, you know?
But that's why she's talking about. That's why I said I agree. Women are not giving as much credit as men, because what we said back to the job. Just because I can't perform 30 days out of the month, you know, 28 days versus you're not giving us enough credit because of something that we have zero control over. Right. That's all I was saying. Like, it's not enough credit.
Yeah. But there's also, real quick before we move on, the fact that women have babies. That's your biological responsibility, or whatever you want to call it. The fact that you guys have babies, that's also something else that's factored into the job as well, because let's just be honest, a business is in business to make money.
Okay.
And if there's something within your business that's causing you to lose money,
right,
then you're not going to go towards that direction. You go the direction that makes you money.
Right.
Unfortunately,
females produce children that will work eventually for you, so you're not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay. But then you go to Europe and you have all these people having adjustments for females. It's just it's doable, and you can work around it. It's America money hungry, and, you know, like you said, businesses, that's not good from a business, so you don't want to take accountability and actually say, okay, well, this woman actually physically can't work, you know? Like, what is she going to do? She can't. It's not good for my body.
But so another scenario, real quick. I keep saying real quick. So
yeah, real quick.
Let's say that in this job that you actually surpassed me. You're now the VP, and you decide to have a child. And so you're going to be out 3 months, I think it is?
Yeah, I mean, I think you only give us like 2.5 months or something, 3 months.
Now, let's say after that 3 months, you're like, you know what? I want to be a full-time mom. Now that you're a VP, that's a larger role that you're filling, but that's a larger role that you're leaving behind as well, because you want to be a full-time mom.
Right.
This is cost, risk, benefit factors that they factor into. Who am I promoting? Who am I hiring? Who am I doing these things for? And it's not. I know it's not fair.
Exactly.
But,
so back to equality.
Yeah.
Equality. You got to work on that, because we're already not thinking right, Sean. This conversation wasn't going the right direction.
It was fun.
There's things to work around it, for sure.
Work has to be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the whole subject. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but we can get better.
Agreed.
As far as meal-wise, like cooking and cleaning and watching the kids, you cannot find a man that can do all that.
But hold on, I mean, there are men who are chefs, and there are men who, you know, are single dads, so I mean, it is possible.
That's true. But with a woman, it's going to come natural. With that man, he's going to ask questions.
Do you think beautiful women are more privileged or disadvantaged by their looks?
I don't know. I think they're more privileged by their looks, 100%. I think a look can take a girl a long way. I think the way that a girl uses her looks can bring her a far way in life, 100%.
Does a woman's level of physical attractiveness affect her behavior and potential for status?
Yeah, 100%. I think some girls might get ahead of themselves. They might get egotistical about it. Some ways that they might act, if they're better looking, they might think that they're on a higher class, and they might look for things that are better, which is obviously good, because if you're a good looking guy, you probably look for the same thing.
We literally get paid to take pictures with people.
Right, we get free rides, stuff like that.
Free ride,
free drinks, stuff, small
daily. I get free stuff daily, free weed, free everything. You can ask.
Did you watch Ozark?
Yeah.
Doesn't she look like what's her name from Ozark? Ruth. Is it Ruth?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it's the curly hair.
Yeah, it is the curly hair.
Ask me to get anything, I'll get it for free. I don't have to give up vagina. I don't have to kiss nobody. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to work. I literally make my rent off taking pictures of people. I really walk down the street. I get hella free rides, hella free shit. I literally just got paid $200 to sweep and mop a house today, just because I was pretty.
I don't know what she was wearing when she was doing it.
Right, sweep
'Cause
them.
I don't think anyone's getting paid $200 to sweep them off the floor.
I mean, you're in Vegas, honestly. I believe that.
Put in like jeans
Probably
and
in what she's wearing right now, you know?
Maybe. But that's also unfair because, not unfair, but like when it comes to men and women,
because
we can't do that.
Yes, you can. There's plenty of rich women.
Who's going to pay me $200?
I don't know, but you will find somebody. There is women that have money that are going to be like, I'm going to hire myself a private stripper that's going to cook and clean for me in his underwear.
But she just said that she just swept the floors. I mean, she didn't say anything about taking clothes off.
Okay, exactly.
I have my dignity, Indre.
Find yourself a rich woman.
Working on it.
And men just don't get that.
Right.
But a man can be cute as fuck.
Well, tell me this then. Like, with all those privileges that you just listed, that so many women, have access to, why do you think there are so many women who complain about just how difficult it is to be a woman in our society?
Because bitches are...
I feel like women think that it's hard to be in our society. Oh, never mind.
No, yeah, bitches are just hella like, we're spoiled. Like, I went to a crab shack today, and I'm used to having like people open my crab for me, and I literally had to open my own legs, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, we're just so spoiled. We get everything we want whenever we want.
You shouldn't have to open your legs. You should be able to keep your legs closed.
Oh yeah,
No,
I
I'm
always
just
keep
kidding.
my legs. I get everything.
Your crab legs, not your legs.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. Okay.
They don't take them seriously because they looking at the fact that they are beautiful and they're not understanding that they also have a brain. They're not understanding that they also have something to contribute as far as knowledge-wise. You're looking at them having beauty and you're not realizing that they have more to offer than just
but
beauty.
here's the thing, okay? There are definitely disadvantages. I will agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
But if beautiful women were not more privileged, would any woman ever bother getting plastic surgery?
You have a point. You do have
So
a
the
point.
privileges absolutely outweigh the disadvantages.
Mm-hmm. You're
and
right.
who's more likely to get plastic surgery, men or women?
Women.
Women. Okay,
Mhm.
so obviously a woman. Okay, so let me ask you this: does a woman's level of physical attractiveness affect her behavior and potential for status?
Yes.
It
I
does.
think-
How?
Because, okay, so the reason why is because men have a shallow mindset. Now, I'm not talking down on men because we need men as well. We need women and we need men. We need a balance. But they have a shallower mindset, I feel like, and a lot of times the actual physical view is more important to them than the mental view.
Well, what they say is men fall in love with their eyes, women fall in love with their ears. Do you ever hear that expression?
Yes, I agree
Okay.
with that expression.
Okay. Now here's the thing, okay?
You agree with that? At least as far as women go.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably can't speak on men, but
Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
Would you agree that men objectify women sexually?
Yes.
Okay. Would you also agree that women also tend to objectify men financially?
Yes.
Okay, because men are success objects, women are sex objects, women are beauty objects.
Correct.
Is it harder to create or to maintain value?
Is it harder to create or maintain value? I feel like they're both equally obtainable. They're equally obtainable.
Is the pressure greater on men to be successful or on women to be beautiful?
I'll say definitely that's equal. That's equal.
Well, don't men...
Nope, it's not equal.
Men being successful, I think the pressure's more.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, I stand by my answer.
I think it's equal.
Yeah.
Because it's tough for a guy to come into his own, make some money, make resources, and for women, I'm gonna say it's tough for you guys to stay looking attractive. But like I see a lot of women, they are doing whatever they can to stay looking as young and attractive as they can.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah. All the face creams and hand and glove creams and
Yes, I use face cream.
plucking and shaving
Botox.
and yeah, all that stuff y'all do. So
Well, actually, because a woman, she mostly just has to provide sex for you for the most part.
Well, don't men typically have to create their success while women just have to maintain their beauty? I mean, are men typically born with the muscles, money, and status that attract most women?
Not every man, because even me, like I was pretty thin, malnutrition. So not every man, but the select few definitely.
So then aren't women born with inherent value while men have to create their value from scratch?
Are women born with value? And
I mean, aren't your average man is more likely to find your average woman attractive than your average woman will find your average man attractive? Isn't that true?
Is that true?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You?
Yeah, for men, I definitely know it. Men, we will we have no problem dating average or going for an average girl. We don't need the best. We don't need a 9 or a 10. But it seems like a lot of women, they want that 9 or 10 guy.
A lot of women are, yeah.
Why is that?
List. Because they, I guess we found our value, our worth, and we know we're worth 9 and 10 guys.
But so here's what I think you have to understand.
But no, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I think so. I think that they're looking for that Prince Charming, you know.
But if you want a 9 or 10 guy, and if most women think that way, how many 9 to 10 guys are out there? You know.
I mean, I totally agree. When I first got divorced, I was looking for that 9 to 10 guy, and now I'm like, okay, well, let's just be more realistic, which is fine. Nothing wrong with them. It's just your expectation is just a little bit different now, and my values have changed. So like, I won't care if you don't have you're not 6 foot.
Wow, I didn't coach her at all. It's funny that you say that, because that's another thing we talk about in the manosphere, that women tend to want the 3 6s, over 6 feet, 6 pack, and over 6 inches. And you just said one of them. I didn't coach her at all.
Yeah, I said I don't look for that anymore.
I know. I just thought it was funny that you did at some point.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely it was important. I feel like, especially because I'm a tall woman. I'm 5'7", right? I can't see myself with a shorter man.
So a guy who's 5'7", no?
5'7" is fine, because my ex-husband was 5'9", you know, so it's almost same height. It's not, doesn't bother me. It's fine, but I don't want to look down.
Gotcha. So what's the lowest you go? The shortest guy.
He was like this.
No. So what's the shortest you would go?
Oh, not a bit. Okay. My height.
Your height.
Yeah, I can't do because then if I wear little heels, then I'm already taller than you. You know?
Now the question, if he was 5'5", but he was a multimillionaire.
And I'm in love, then it probably doesn't matter, but I can't say that. But this is why I added I'm in love, because I need to, it's not about the money.
You don't know that you're in love yet.
But I'm just saying, and I'm in love.
No.
Then I don't care.
I'm taking that part away.
Oh, okay. About love, then.
No, he's 5'5".
He's 5'5", but he's a fuck them on 2 inches.
But you don't even know he's multimillionaire yet. He approaches you. You're out in the wild, out in.
Too late. Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
See, okay. See where it gets you? See, ladies, that's where it gets you.
Okay, that is true. However, I'm trying to be better too and be more available and open. Okay. I did tell my sister that once I moved to Vegas, I'm trying to diversify myself. So yes, I'll add the height in there. Fine, Sean. I will look for men that are 5'5".
Okay. I'm just saying, guys have value too. That are shorter guys have value. And the thing is, you can't change your height. Actually, you can. Planning on doing a story on that later, but there is a medical procedure.
Yes, with your.
Yes, they extend your.
Yes, or cut it, but you can cut it. Right?
I had the story.
You can add it if you wanted to be taller.
Yeah, it's up to you can gain 3 inches.
Yes, I do.
So a guy who's 5'7" can now be 5'10".
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there you go. So you can change that now.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Now.
Okay, so aren't women born with, the natural assets that attract most men, but men aren't typically born with the natural assets that attract most women?
Yeah, because for the most part, if a woman throws some coochie, she throws some little head at you, then she's going for the most part win.
If all women should be considered beautiful, does that mean that all men can be successful?
All women? No, that definitely would not be able to happen. Definitely.
Right, but we do say that all women are beautiful, so why don't we say that all men are successful?
Because we're lying to them.
I guess, yeah, it's not fair.
It's not equal. It's a double standard. How do nightclubs get away with charging men a higher admission fee than women? Isn't that sexist?
Oh, I agree. I always wondered, like, why women get in for free. Like, I think that is definitely a double standard.
I definitely agree. I think like there should be a men's night as well, instead like women's are normally Thursdays, right? And I think there should be a men's night as well.
Okay, and so if private companies can get away with that type of sexism, why shouldn't private companies get away with a gender pay gap?
Ooh, see, that's hard because, yeah.
I just don't think you can base wage of worth ethic on gender.
I don't think it's sexist. I think the fact that girls can get in more keeps it from being a sausage fest. I know all guys would want to go to the club and they'd want to have more girls there than guys. So
I feel like it attracts more guys when they see hot females. So it's a marketing tactic, if anything. So it makes sense.
Don't you think women would complain if they were the ones expected to pay more?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I think if I was a man, I would probably be a little bit upset about that too, to be completely honest.
If private companies can get away with that type of sexism, why shouldn't private companies get away with a gender pay gap?
That is a good question. I think that it comes down to accountability.
How?
Because a business is charging, not paying, you know?
But you're saving money on the back end.
Right.
So if you're not getting paid as much as I'm getting paid.
But it's the same thing as you go to McDonald's and get a senior citizen coffee. So now your senior citizens can't be charged that much or that less, you know? It's the same thing. So now you want to be equal everywhere?
That's more of a perk, but also because...
it's a perk to be a female. To get in for free for a club. You want to take away everything from females? Jesus.
What are we taking away from y'all?
To get in to the club for free.
We just want to get in for free too.
One good thing that happens to females is
I'm
kidding.
Really? Y'all get houses, cars, then you got divorced, y'all take all of our stuff.
What?
I didn't say you.
Wow.
I'm just saying a lot of them.
Uh-huh.
It's tough as a man when you get divorced. I mean...
Is it though?
For some.
Not for everyone.
Not for everyone.
And it's tough also for women.
Yeah.
And not for every woman. So it's like, again, you can't speak for every situation because, like, yes, it's hard for men too, but it's hard for women.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of times,
some men don't care.
They're starting to call like marriage or retirement plan for women, basically. Because you can get married to a guy and whatever happens, you guys split up for whatever reason, you get half of his stuff.
Well, sign a prenup so she doesn't get half. Like, that's his fault.
Yes, that's a smart thing to do, and that's I think what people are starting to do now. They're either starting to get prenups or just not getting married.
Right. Good.
But that's the thing. But it doesn't go both ways, though.
Yes, it does. For prenups?
No. I'm talking about if there's no prenup, because they're going off of old laws as far as alimony, child support, and all that stuff. And those are all because of when they were enacted, it's because women weren't working like they're working now.
Right.
So when they got divorced, they couldn't take care of themselves or their children. That's where those laws came from. Now women are working more, and they're making just as much, if not more, than men. But that law is still there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have kids, and I don't know that, so I didn't know.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, I didn't know. Good
on
point.
all parts, right? Like, we recognize that there's a problem in equality with men and women, and whether that's women benefiting getting into clubs for free or men benefiting getting paid more, I think that conversation starts with us admitting that there's a problem and everybody owning it. Like, let's live in this world together as equals, and both sides need to step up to the table and do the work that it takes to be recognized.
So why do the people who say they want equality only complain about the double standards that don't benefit them?
Can you elaborate on that more?
Well, I'll just repeat the question.
Okay.
So why do the people who say they want equality only complain about the double standards that don't benefit them?
I don't know. I would say I'm someone who is for equality. And like I said, like last night, like we were able to get into clubs for free and do a lot of things that guys probably wouldn't be able to do. But we're here advocating for equality on both sides. So I think it really depends on the person you talk to.
Well, how likely are you going to see a woman at a club saying, "In the name of fairness, I demand that you charge me full price"?
I mean, I think if you flip that question, like you're not going to see a
Just didn't make any sense. But
What's that?
Nothing. Sorry, my bad.
man who's getting paid $100,000 a year compared to a woman who's getting paid $75,000 a year. You're not going to see that guy demanding that she gets paid the equal amount. So I feel like that flips on both sides.
But don't you see men going to women's marches, you know, supporting women's issues?
I think on and off. I think it depends on...
So aren't there already men out there, like, kind of fighting for equality for women? Why are you more likely to see men fighting for women's issues than you see women fighting for men's issues?
Men fight for women's issues, do they?
Well, don't men go to women's marches and identify as feminists?
I've never seen it.
There are plenty of men, actually, who do.
I would love to see it.
So you've never seen a man at a woman's march?
No.
You've never seen a male feminist?
I've heard of it, but I would love to see it. Yay!
Why don't women just start identifying as men to get higher pay, and men start identifying as women in order to get free drinks at ladies' nights?
At the rate America's going, that wouldn't surprise me.
Right, literally.
Gender pay gap, I think, like I said before, girls have equal opportunity. I think there's a lot of ways that girls can make pay other ways, other than like jobs and stuff. There's a lot of like other places, like if they have a good looking whatever, they can make like a lot more money somewhere like in other places. So I think...
Okay, does the fact that OnlyFans exist prove that women are okay being objectified as long as they're getting paid?
Yeah, because I think there's a double standard there, because it's like a lot of girls that say, oh, like they're like all this and they're like, oh, like all about like feminism, whatever, blah, blah, and that they're like super important. But then they put themselves out there and they think like, oh, I'm going to show my body, all that shit. And like you're basically putting yourself there and saying like, I'm basically like not all that, not all of what I've been saying.
If private companies can get away with that type of sexism, why shouldn't private companies get away with a gender pay gap?
There's not a gender pay cap. That's complete bullshit.
Is sexism only bad when it happens to women?
No,
Again, it's
definitely not, because like sex.
Again, it's not about the pay. We talked about it already.
I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out she said it.
But no, I understand. If the pay on paper, there might not be any.
Because another point they've brought up before that makes a good point. So, if there was a gender pay gap, right? Like I said, businesses are in business to make money, and they're paying women less. Why wouldn't the workforce be mostly women? That's going to increase their margin.
Say that again, one more time.
So if a business is in business to make money,
Right.
and if there in fact is a gender pay gap, meaning that women get paid less than men, then why wouldn't businesses hire majority female?
I agreed with you though with the gender. There might not be on paper the gender gap. That's not what I was saying. Remember, I was saying is that it's harder for females and to compete with male, because even in your brain you're already like, again,
right.
Oh well, she's gonna be pregnant and she's not gonna be able to go to work, so I'm gonna promote him. So now I'm 2 years behind my career because I wanted to have a kid. That's not fair.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There's not necessarily a gap on paper, but it's gonna be harder for me to get where you're going because I'm a female, and also how you guys are thinking, how men are been taught to think, right?
Yeah.
That's all I was saying.
Okay, I get it. But you understand what I'm saying, though.
No, yeah, I mean, like, there might not be any gender, like, we're all getting paid $17 an hour. I get it. That's fine, but it's to get to a regional VP manager might take me longer than you.
Yeah, possibly.
Most likely.
But I'm always late, so probably not.
Not every time, but I'm just saying.
Racism can go both ways. It's the same with racism. Like, not only white people can be racist to black people can also be racism to white people. So it's like, I think it can go both ways.
Is sexism only bad when it happens to women?
I don't really know a guy that cares if sexism happens. So
I don't know.
yes and no, but I don't
she's
think
old school.
I think every guy currently is like, yeah, bring it.
A man can give you a house, but a woman gives you a home. A man can give you...
No, I have seen this video before. I kind of feel like everything she's about to say is kind of BS. It sounds good, but it's, it's not 100% factual.
Okay.
So she was saying a man can give you a house.
Yeah, I heard that.
But a woman can give you a home. I don't need you to make my house a home. It's already a house.
I mean, men can make their own home, but I feel like we need that little female touch. But also a home makes like a family home. Like, you could...
Yeah.
You could live in a small apartment, but as long as you have your family, you're like, oh, this is a big home.
I agree. Sometimes, you need a woman's touch for certain things.
Yeah.
I agree.
But also, like, just, again, like the family feel, you know what I mean? Like, you're, I don't know, that we can give you a home because we're going to be giving you babies.
Yeah.
I don't know what we can say on this, but a man can give you sperm, but a woman can give you a child. A man can give anything that a man gives a woman, we make it greater.
Oh, I like.
You can give us anything, we will make it greater. You can give us groceries, we will make a meal. You can give us a vehicle, and we make a trip. I don't know, that wasn't that good.
Who is
This is a
responsible
vehicle,
for
gives us- make us
pregnancy, the
trip.
man or the woman?
Both?
Okay. Why do women claim to be the creators of life when the child is wanted, but when the pregnancy is unplanned, it suddenly becomes the man's fault for not wearing a condom?
I don't have that mentality, so I can't relate.
I mean, it's
Thoughts? Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's, again, very in a situation.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think a female, I mean, I wouldn't go and be like, why didn't you wear a condom? Like,
Right.
you were there.
Mhm.
You could have told me to put a condom on there.
Right. And men, for the most part, only really have one form of birth control, unless they get like a vasectomy.
Yeah, that's a problem, too. Let's continue.
Yeah. You want to continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
both consensual. You know, you
I don't wanna go in
literally
that
let a
rabbit
guy go inside you, knowing that the possibility is.
Yeah,
it's
I
possible,
don't
so.
think like that. So
Men are probably more
She said, "I don't
responsible
think
than
like
women as far as birth is concerned, because a man can impregnate one woman. A man can impregnate 9 women within 1 month. A woman can only be pregnant one time within 1 month. So honestly, I feel like birth control should be in a man's hands. That's just my opinion.
Okay, but don't women ultimately decide who gets sex and who gets born?
That's correct. We ultimately decide who gets sex and who gets born.
Pause. On that point, she should stop talking, because she just agreed with him. That's, women, they're kind of the gatekeepers of sex and children, of having children. If I got you knocked up and I was like, Indre, I don't want to have the kid. It doesn't matter what I say. It's your choice, your body, your choice. Now, if you don't have the kid, then you can, and I want to have the kid, I still have no choice, because you can be like, I don't want this kid. I'm like, but I do. And you're like,
Right.
no, I'm going to abort,
Right.
So basically what she's saying is she's not taking responsibility.
I mean,
You know?
I understand what she's saying, because, so, like, you're saying, like, a condom is the only, we'll go in the rabbit hole. A condom is the only perception that you have, whatever, to protect. And it's like, okay, like,
Or
what if,
good pull-out game.
But what if, or that, but what if you're in a relationship, right? And then, you're comfortable now, you don't want to use a condom, and now it's like, well, okay, I guess I'll get on birth control and put my body through it. But why can't you put your body through it? My body's already going through enough birth and, all that stuff. Cramps every 30 days. Like, so why can't there be a pill where my significant other can take to prevent that?
I think they did make a male birth control either a shot or pill, and it was, for the most part, making men sterile.
Well, we need to keep, exactly, we need change, and it's just kind of, because it's frustrating to, like, because the reason why my sister got off it and I got off it makes you gain weight, your hormones all over it, like, that's why I'm not on it, and it's like, it is what it is, because it's like, why do I have to put my body through it? That's not fair.
Now, I think if there was a working alternative that didn't have weird side effects for men as far as making you sterile, I think a lot more men would get on it with no issue.
And then we need to do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I blame on those female scientists. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Females.
But a man can impregnate 9 women in 1 day.
Have to say at the end of the day, it will be the woman, me personally, because she has to make the decision. Should she either keep the baby or abort the baby?
Well, aren't women ultimately the ones who decide who gets sex and who gets born?
For the most part, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Why do women claim to be the creators of life when the child is wanted, but when the pregnancy is unplanned, it suddenly becomes the man's fault for not wearing a condom?
This goes back to the first segment. A lot of women don't want to take accountability for their own actions. That's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, because like I said, when you lay down and you want a condom, just tell you how.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
So that's it. That's our video from It's Complicated channel. It's complicated. I hope you're gonna be looking out for Indre when she comes to Vegas.
Hey, I'll be there.
Yeah, what'd you think about the interview?
It was pretty interesting and brought up a lot of good questions and topics that made you like, because even like some females didn't know the answer to it or kind of like had to stop and think about it. So it just kind of made you think.
Yeah, or that's the thing. I mean, like, I was always taught, if you don't know the answer to something, either say you don't know or I'll find out.
Yeah.
But don't BS your way through it.
Oh, no.
Because you look dumb when you do that.
That's what I was going to say. You're just going in like kind of circles and didn't make any sense.
Right. Exactly.
I agree.
So that's basically all we got for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Look out for Indre's YouTube page. Make sure you follow her on Instagram. Indre, do you got anything you want to tell them?
No, my name is INDRE IGNITE. Follow me on Instagram.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll have her back. Let us know if you want to see her back. Leave a message in the comments or just hit that like button so we know you guys want to have her back. And I will definitely have her back on the show. That's all we got for you tonight. Peace.
Bye.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, you can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't had no chill. I'm who I are, I'm who I is. Taylor Susan, I play the part. Funkify, how you mesmerize. Black Austin pies, man, that I'm stupid. Then again, oh so clever. On my loony, pull that lever. Talk my shit, I'm talking hella flow, baby. You